So Lucia, tell me, deviation. It sounds really scary. If I hear deviation, I feel that something bad happened. Is it the right reaction?
No, but it is really human reaction, I would say. I understand when somebody hear deviation, it might be that something went wrong. Yes, it might be. But what is much more important is to investigate what and why happened. Not who is responsible for this, what happened, but what happened.
So how do you do that? What would you recommend to disclose what happened?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are the reasons?
Yeah. What is really important here is a proper root cause analysis, not just guess what happened, because it will not help you. In this case, you will just investigate a symptom of the problem, but not a real problem. And in this case, a deviation or issue generally will occur again within, 6 months, for example.
So within proper root cause analysis, I would mitigate the symptom, but not the real reason, right? So are there any recommended techniques? How shall I approach this?
Yeah, there are different techniques how you can conduct root cause analysis. For example, you can ask, so what? Or you can draw different diagrams, for example, fishbone. But I would say the most common technique is 5 whys. You are asking very simple question, why? It is called 5 whys, but of course you can ask more or less whys, and you will find a real root cause of the issue.
Interesting. So through that, I will find out the basis, the problem I should really focus on. So perhaps during this exercise, I will not mitigate only the symptom or deviation I have already seen, but perhaps also something which might happen, but luckily it didn't, right?
Yes, you are right.
So still deviation is a bit scary to me, to be very honest. So is there any threshold how many deviations are too many?
You know, there might be companies which have many deviations. But in case that root cause analysis is done properly and kappas are strong, then it is much more better when there are companies which have less deviations, which very poor root cause analysis, and kappas which are closed very quickly, and where kappas don't match a real root cause.
It sounds like deviation is not one-off thing, that it almost sounds that you monitor them closely, the progress, the number, the level of documentation. Am I right?
Yes, exactly.
I guess you do some continuous monitoring, perhaps some trend analysis. So what are the key parameters you monitor during your daily routine?
Yes, deviation trending is very important because in this case you look at the deviations from different perspective. When you have a deviation, it is like a single case. But when you look at the deviations from a trending perspective, it is a bigger picture which can provide you a complex picture on your system and give you much more complex information about let's say health of your system.
So at the end, deviation is actually a good thing for me. So if you should summarize in one sentence, what would you like everyone to know about deviations?
Yeah. Please don't take it as a sentence only. This is really what I believe in. Deviation is not a problem. Take it as opportunity for improvement.
Okay, thank you. I will do my best. Lucia, we discussed deviations, but we also touched upon kappa. Can you explain what kappa means?
Kappa, this is abbreviation of 2 different activities or actions corrective actions and preventive actions. Corrective actions is reactive. This action can help you to correct what already happened. On the other side, preventive action is proactive, and it helps you to prevent the recurrence. But a strong kappa process always should go beyond the immediate incident.
Sounds very technical. Sounds like from a professional. But do you have an example for kappa naive person?
I can give you a very simple example. The SOP was not followed. I would say the easiest kappa would be we will retrain the staff. But what in case that SOP was outdated or SOP was unclear? Will it really help you? It is just a surface level kappa. A proper kappa will ask why SOP was not followed. Was SOP available or there was an issue with workload? This what you should ask. Why?
So it sounds like more demanding to disclose really the real roots of the deviation, and it's then much more demanding to set up the really workable and useful corrective and preventive actions. Do you somehow pay attention to the outcomes as well? Like if the kappa worked? Or are you just satisfied with having kappa described, tracked in the system, and everything is nice?
Oh, it would be, but of course this is not sufficient. You need to follow two things. The progress of kappas. It means if proposed preventive and corrective and preventive actions were implemented on time, and then effectiveness check. And of course, effectiveness check is additional work. So not always the companies are willing to do it. As I know, some companies perform effectiveness check just for critical and major deviations or findings, and it is perfectly okay. What is important is to find solution which works for the company.
So you have mentioned company. So is it the company the only body who is interested in the kappa, or are there also some others outside?
Of course, also regulators are interested in kappas. How companies prepares corrective and preventive actions. It means, firstly, regulators are interested in performing of root cause analysis. How it is done, if it is done properly or it is done just on surface level, and also how corrective and preventive actions are prepared. It means if they are match root cause analysis, and then also if implementation of corrective actions and preventive actions are checked.
Interesting. No, you are right. There are also regulators. So if you should summarize in one sentence, if you would like to explain kappas to someone newcomer to the industry, what would that be?
Okay, so kappas which work solve the problem. On other side, kappas which doesn't work just describe the symptom.
Lucia, KPIs. Everyone measures key performance indicators. And too many KPIs in the world.
If there is many KPIs, it is not good for the company. What is really important is choose just a small number of key performance indicators. Of course, you can monitor different performance indicators, but choose just small number of key performance indicators which will you monitor and based on which you will make decisions.
So how shall I choose?
Based on risk factors which are important for your company. This is one thing. And another thing is you have also legislative requirements on key performance indicators which are mandatory and which you have to monitor. You know, these key performance indicators are also kept in pharmacovigilance system master file, PSMF, and each company, each marketing authorization holder or applicant should monitor these KPIs.
So in my risk-based approach, I will probably take into account my portfolio, my geographical coverage, number of partners and stuff like that, perhaps some previous findings from deviations. But during the time there will be so many KPIs. So for how long shall I monitor them?
Yeah, this is a good question. Of course, KPI should be monitored continuously. It means not only during annual review, but during the time when you can catch some trending in your KPIs, and when you can work with this trending when it's still manageable. Otherwise, it might be finding or inspection finding from this trending. And of course, when you set up your KPIs, it is not forever. Of course, it is important to keep the same KPIs for some time. Otherwise, you can lose important information. But if you still have like green numbers the whole time, you can choose another KPIs which might be important for your company. As I mentioned, they may be also performance indicators which you monitor. You can change these performance indicators to key performance indicators if there are some let's say red numbers which indicates that there is something wrong.
Mm-hmm. So if I have all my KPIs in green numbers and I see areas where I really would like to improve, I may promote some of my performance indicators into key performance indicators, but at the same time, I may exclude some KPIs from the previous set and monitor less at the end if it works for me.
Exactly.
You mentioned regulators a while ago. How would you recommend to set up the system to keep it inspection ready from KPI's perspective?
Okay, so when regulators will ask, have you overseen your quality system? What is important here is to show that you set up your KPI framework with data trending, with documented responses, and this would be really strong answer to regulators. This is really important to show that you monitor your compliance anytime, not only when somebody is watching and asking how you monitor your compliance.
That's right. Basically, I monitor all the time, even though no one is checking me.
Exactly.
If you should summarize in one sentence, what would that be for KPIs?
Measure what matters, monitor continuously, and use what you learn. Otherwise, your compliance system will be just noise.